His version of campaigning is having his wife knock on doors.
I don't see his age as a problem. I see his inexperience as a problem.
So are you a Republican or Democrat?
It's a nonpartisan election.
And so what does that matter? I'm curious.
It's a nonpartisan election.
They sent him to Japan to have like a conference and a ceremony with New Paltz's sister city in Japan.
When you have outright lies such as the village paid my way to Japan for a vacation, that's the biggest bull crap that I've ever heard of, and I've got the proof of it in the receipts from the travel agent.
When you're running this campaign, pal, these two gentlemen still in college and more qualified than you.
Yeah, all right, gentlemen.
Do you know whoever wins, we take office on April Fool's Day?
Yeah. Whoever wins or whoever loses, either way, we're a fool.
Well, it's a great area. I mean, you can't argue with it. We're close to the city. We're close to the mountains. You can be skiing or you can be in the ocean in a matter of like an hour and a half. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in the world. I've been here for 27 years of my life, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
I fell in love with this place the first time I walked down the street. Boy from the Bronx, I opened my door on a Friday afternoon after school and I see nothing but forest. It's like, oh my God, where am I?
I think what I like most about the town of New Paltz is the community, how small the community is, but yet how many things there are to do and different people there are here, especially the college students.
It's pretty. It's attractive. It's got a nice quiet aura about it. And there's a part, with the college here, people are looking to go someplace. They're not just sitting still. So there's a drive, which a lot of towns don't have.
It seems to attract people who have a lot of creativity, people who have a great love of life and nature, which it's the first time I really felt that in a strong way on the East Coast, as opposed to the West Coast, where I feel that in a much larger way, a much more graspable way.
I'd like to see change in New Paltz. I feel that the gap between the township and the campus is not there, and that I feel that Russ can do that for us, and I want to come out and vote for him and show him my support.
And he feels, I think one of the big things to say, feels the students are being neglected, and
well, there's a lot of
there's a lot of issues that he talks about. I don't want to.
He also has support for local store owners.
Right.
Who, most of them, he said,
are being targeted. He feeling they're being victimized by the town.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't live in the town, so they can't vote for him, even if they support him or he supports them.
I think that this is a college town, and I think that if it wasn't for the college, it would be probably a ghost town.
I do not think the college makes New Paltz. New Paltz would be a weaker, less exciting, less diverse community if the college were not here. But no, it would be the height of arrogance to suggest that we make this community.
There's small changes happening now, like some new restaurants coming in that I like, and some new businesses. I mean, it seems like the area is improving on its own without a lot of help. Just because the economy's been getting better in the last few years, it seems like some new businesses are developing, which I'm happy about. The new Japanese restaurant and the new microbrewery and antique shops, and so things that are cropping up that I like. I don't know if it's planned or just happened because the economy's getting better, but I think I like the town the way it is.
The answers to the problems of our community. The reason why I don't have these answers is because you have not given them to me yet, and I still have much to learn. However, I perceive that as a benefit because we can learn together. However, excuse me, in short, I am willing to listen, and more important, I am eager and have the energy to act. Proactive politics is the only way we will ever be able to react to the problems of our community.
And I'd like to begin by saying that I consider it important that I'm running as a team. Decisions in village government require board members who respect each other and who can work together for the common good. And I am fortunate to have an excellent village board, an excellent team of fellow candidates. As you know, for anything to be of consequence to be reached in village government, it requires at least 3 of us to be in agreement. I'd like to begin by noting that the 3 of us that are seeking election on the village party are Jeannie Zetterstrand. And Jeannie, could you stand up so people could know Jeannie? And Robert Feldman, who is out of town.
I think they both have their good points. I like, personally, one of the reasons I like Russ Verdico is because he's very active in the campus. When he was a student, he was very active in like student government, and very much active when the budget issue came up, and he was going to rallies and things like that. So I know he's very active, and he's going to work very hard if he gets elected.
Because of state cutbacks, it was necessary to downsize the faculty. And one of those people who was downsized is the current mayor. He was a professor here, Tom Nyquist. He lost his job because we could no longer afford to keep him. And he was an Africanist in African Studies. African Studies was eliminated, as were a number of other area studies.
Since the most recent election here between him and Mr. Verdico, I've come to learn a number of other things, just reading campaign literature, knowing that he used to be a professor of African, I guess African Studies here on the campus, and that's, you know, that's basically what I know of him. He strikes me as somebody who seems to be very qualified and knows what he's doing as a mayor.
What is your feeling on the upcoming election between Russ Verdico and Mayor Nyquist? Who?
I don't know. I met both the guys, and like, you know, the older guy's kind of cool too, and like the younger guy's kind of cool, but I don't know. Like, I heard there was some controversy about like an on-school debate, like the Russ Verdico guy wouldn't do it, so I think that's kind of whacked, because, you know, like he should, you know, be willing to go up against the mayor like on campus, so all the students know both sides of it. And other than that, I don't even know if I'm going to vote.
I have no idea who Russ is.
No, you're voting for Russ.
Okay, yeah, I'm voting for Russ.
I think everyone on campus should, because he's the only one that's all for students. Well, not all for students, but he's like pro-student, and I think that's wicked bad. I don't know.
I'm glad to see 2 candidates, that not just one candidate is running unopposed. I wish Russ a lot of luck. I wish the mayor a lot of luck. And we'll see how it goes.
They both seem like pretty good candidates, you know, but I'm just a little worried about Russ, because he's going to be a grad student in Albany, and he's got a part-time job, so it's going to be hard for him to be mayor here. I'm thinking it's going to be hard for him to spend time on New Paltz.
I think the concern of the community is what happens when he graduates. What will happen to the community?
Russ Verdico has made it very clear that upon graduation he wants to live in the village. He will be a resident. I think he has certain advantages. He understands what student life is all about. I think he has not only a student perspective, I also believe he has a very positive understanding of what the quality of life in New Paltz should be. I think he's a qualified candidate. He's young, so what? I don't think that should disqualify him, or the fact that he's currently a student.